The Running Man is back with Glen Powell taking on Arnold Schwarzenegger's legendary role in the remake of the 1987 classic.
Yesterday, our Susie Wall chatted with Powell, and today she sits down with Lee Pace and director Edgar Wright.
Stop filming me!
Have you ever wondered if this game is rigged?
Guess we'll find out.
So, what was it about Stephen King's The Running Man that made you absolutely want to make this movie?
I had read the book when I was a teenager. I started reading Stephen King books when I was like 12 or 13. And I had read this book then, and I had read it before I'd even seen the 1987 adaptation. Right. You know, I actually, maybe like 15 years ago, I actually looked into the rights of the book, which was sort of complicated at the time. And then, as a complete bit of kismet, Simon Kinberg, one of the producers, emailed me about 4 years ago and said, "Oh, is it true that you have an interest in The Running Man?" I said, "Yeah," and here we are.
Here we are. Is it true that Glen and Arnold Schwarzenegger FaceTimed from set and you were there and that was a moment? Tell me about it.
It was in my apartment just before we started shooting, because he had given us, there's a little Easter egg of Arnold in the movie, and he had given us photo approval. So he'd signed off on his image being used in the movie. And Glen had been in a film with him before. He was friends with Patrick, his son. So both of us felt like we should call him, right? And like, you know, so Patrick actually arranged the call. And it was very sweet of him. He basically just gave us his blessing and wished us luck and said, like, you know, and you know, it was he didn't need to do that. It was incredibly generous of him and very sweet.
I have to begin by asking you about the mask that you wear for, what, half or three-quarters of the
Most
movie?
of the movie, yeah, the whole time.
Right? And you're really acting with body and voice up until then. What was that moment like when you finally get to take off the balaclava on air?
I love the mask.
Right.
I have such a good time kind of figuring out how I'm going to kind of portray a specific character with that mask on. I mean, the thing is, McCone is a killer, but he's also a showman. Okay. So he's trying to exude the sense of cool, the sense of like relaxed nonchalance with all this violence going on around him. And I mean, I just had a really good time with it.
You know what? I really appreciated the really tough little keyholes for your aviators in that mask.
That's well spotted.
I know. I got to use that for ski season.
Yeah.
So tell me about working alongside Glen Powell in this powerhouse cast. What was the experience like for you?
I mean, it is a pretty cool cast, isn't it? I saw the movie last week, and it was just like so exciting to see, you know, William H. Macy, Coleman Domingo, Josh Brolin, Amelia Jones.
Yeah.
Isn't she fantastic in the movie?
Absolutely.
So, and then, you know, most of all, Glen Powell,
right,
who is in every shot of this film. And he brings such a strength of character to Ben Richards. Mm-hmm. Like, it's madness to join a show like The Running Man.
And The Running Man is in theaters now.